Lakers were outscored 29-12 after Luka Doncic picked up his second technical. He's speaking with Mike in the media.
Luka, we know that you like to engage in some friendly banter sometimes with fans throughout the game. So was that what was going on in the fourth and the referee misinterpreted, or how did you see that happen?
Yeah, I mean, you can see it that happened, but you know, I never got a fan ejected, never. But if he's going to talk, I'm going to talk back like always. So that had nothing to do with the ref, so I didn't really understand.
What's the I guess the level of frustration as you're coming back in here? Your team was up one after you make the shot, and you see OKC go on the run, and presumably you're watching in the locker room.
I mean, it was tough. I mean, we were right there. I think we fought the whole game. You know, we were down 8 at halftime. We came back in the third quarter, and we were fighting, man. So it was tough to see that with this kind of situation that happened. And, you know, that's on me too, so I can't let my team down like that.
Luka, you were one of the players that was listed as questionable yesterday. JJ came in here and told us basically before the game that the mindset of this group was to try to go to win them all. How important was it for this group to go out there and compete tonight together, especially with such a big game tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, it was very important, you know. I think everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people were a little banged up, hurt. But we decided, you know, we're all going to play. We're still fighting for the best seed we can be. And, you know, I was really proud of every one of them.
Was there a conversation between you guys to decide all together to do it, or was it?
Oh, no.
You guys know?
No, yeah.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, I'm sure since the trade, this has been a game that you've thought a lot about. Kind of where are you at emotionally with it? What are you looking forward to, if any of it?
No, of course, there's going to be a lot of emotion for me. Like, I don't really know what to expect. I don't know how I'm going to feel, honestly. You know, I'm looking forward to being back in Dallas, obviously, you know, with the fans, seeing my teammates, ex-teammates. It's going to be very emotional for me, for sure.
Kind of sticking on that, I know when they came to LA, you mentioned that game helped in terms of closure, but obviously you still had, you know, more closure need to be had. I guess where are you in terms of that process, and what do you think tomorrow? I think this will also be your first time back in the city since the trade. Like, what do you think just being in the city and, you know, that game tomorrow can do from that standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know about closure. You know, it's obviously a lot, but you know, like I said, I'm excited to be back here. You know, I know the fans gonna appreciate me being back here. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna feel, but I'm just excited to be back.
Look, it's been a whirlwind, I think, for everyone involved. It's been a short amount of time since the trade, but how have you been able to develop some bonds with the guys in the Lakers locker room, and how do you feel about going into this environment with them as your teammates?
Great. I mean, it wasn't hard. You know, since the first day or second day, you know, we kind of bonded. Everybody's just great people, and we just I don't know how to say, come together like as a team, and I think you can see that a lot of times on court. Just a great group of guys, and you know, it's my new team, so obviously we're going for the win tomorrow, but I think they understand it's going to be a lot of emotions for me.
Luka, you guys won the last game by 27. You're up by 1 when you got ejected. What do you feel like you guys showed here during the available part, you know, before the ejection, in terms of just how you match up with the Thunder?
Yeah, I think we showed that we can beat anybody, you know. When we lock in, like I said, you know, we fall back. It's very hard to win here. Like, the crowd's into it. They have a great team. And I think it just shows what kind of team we are. And I think we're a pretty good team.
Thanks, Luka.
Thank you.
All right, Brez joins us again. What are you guys looking forward to with Luka and Dallas?
I mean, could it be any spicier than tonight? I mean, tonight was just so crazy. What an exit for Luka, unexpected exit. And if he needs any fuel, that's a good thing about the NBA, James. A lot of times you play in the next 24 to 48, and what the next 24 it's going to be for Luka. He played all those years in Dallas, traded stunningly on February 1st. I think the NBA is still kind of talking about that one, Geet. I don't know if you saw the ESPN article in the last day or two saying what the other 28 teams should have offered to try to get Luka on their team. At any rate, everyone's still talking about, and finally have it, Luka heading back home, James. Hopefully AD plays. Be good to see him out there, and our friend Max Christie, too.
It'd be nice to see my friend Max, who I thought was really the turnaround on Lakers defense. Obviously, we don't have the rim protector and AD, so, you know, good luck to those guys. But Luka going home, it's still his house.
Yeah.
And those are still his fans. So it'll be interesting to see. What you think, Rob?
Mavs with a huge few days off, too, before this game. Just waiting for the Lakers to get there. Last game was Saturday.
I think we realize that Dallas is fighting for a play-in spot.
Yeah, they got to get to the...
So they got to get this win. So it's going to be a competitive game. I'm excited to watch
they're actually
it.
fighting they're actually fighting for the home game with Sacramento. Yeah. They're in already, but because Bergen's Suns have completely that's I don't know what. Yeah, they're embarrassing.
Your son? They said
Brian Bergen's Phoenix Suns were
they've
embarrassing.
They've been bad anyway.
Yeah, but they are just
they've been bad since
basically punted
95.
the last few weeks.
They've been bad since '95.
It's 30 years of bad.
Lakers calendar, Wednesday on the road versus the Mavs, 4:30, quick turnaround. An awesome scheduling for the Lakers. They got the Mavs tomorrow, then they come home. You got the Rockets, then back out on the road and face Portland. Got to win 2 of the 3 to secure 3 seed. They bought the ballers tonight.
Actors either.
Welcome back to Access. The Lakers have done well when they have made the trip to Oklahoma City. In fact, in the last 12 games, check this out, they've been the best record. They own it when playing on the road against the Thunder, sitting there atop at 9-3. See if they can make it 10-3 tonight. Earlier, Mike Trudell caught up with Jordan Goodwin.
All right, Jordan Goodwin, kind enough to join us here in Oklahoma City, the second of 2 consecutive games against the Thunder, and it really mimics what a playoff series is like when you go in for game 1, you get the off day, and then you have game 2. Since you guys played so well in game 1, I'm sure you're expecting a big response from them, Jordan. So how do you kind of prep for that as you get out there on the court?
Pretty much the same thing we did game 1. Just know that they're going to come play a little bit harder, so we got to match their intensity. But just stay locked into the game plan and just keep playing the brand of basketball you're playing right now.
You know, one difference is you guys won't have Rui for this one. He'll be back tomorrow night in Dallas, but he does a lot, of course, for you. What are the things that you can do in your role when you come off the bench to try and pick up some of that slack?
Just help out basically on the rebounds, defensive end, and screening on offense, and just making open shots for the screen.
Goody, you did a good job as a team, obviously limiting SGA and his free throw attempts, something that I know he prides himself on. How were you able to execute that as a team, and kind of what's the key tonight, as I'm sure you might even get some minutes on him when you come off the bench as well?
I think it's making him play in crowds, just showing our hands. I mean, he's a good player. He definitely get guys off balance, and I think in the last game we did a good job of showing our hands when he was off balance. So just trying to make it hard for him, but also keep him off the line. We know he see a couple free throws go down. That's when he is dangerous.
Right, for sure. So obviously you guys made a lot of threes. It was 22 as a team. If you don't get that exact same type of production from 3, where do you think the areas that you can keep exposing whatever OKC does defensively?
Just keep putting force in the paint. Just keep shooting the ball too. I feel like we got a lot of good shooters on the team, and I feel like last game showed how hot we can get when we all making shots. But I just feel like everything gonna be on the defensive end tonight. So.
Last one for you, Goody. Do you get up even that much more for it? Well, it's almost a silly question because I know you're up for the game no matter what it is. Yeah. But when you know it's a feature game like this, a team that's really got you guys circled, you just beat them handily, do you kind of savor that competition?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely excited for this one. Yeah, excited for all of them, but the ones that's on TV and all that definitely bring a little extra airs with you.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Sorry, appreciate you.
I was going to say, I feel like these are kind of the games that he lives for, a guy like him. Big game, just from a standpoint of, as we know, he had to earn his position here on this team, and he's done a great job at that. But to be able to get this kind of experience versus the conference best, that can only be good for him and this team.
Yeah, I mean, he's another watchdog. I love Goodwin. I'm glad we kept him. You know, I guess coming from Phoenix, you know, he used to guard Booker quite a bit in practice. So he has a lot of experience in guarding, you know, scorers and difficult, you know, guys on the offensive end. And in fact, when we played them, he didn't receive any help. We just played him, you know, one-on-one, didn't get a lot of help, and did a really good job. So I like his attitude. He knows what his role is. He's a defensive guy, a 50-50 guy. He's tough as nails, and I'm glad that he's getting, you know, if he gets minutes, he will produce.
For me, when you watch defenders, I like to see, are they able to matrix when someone hit them? Can they matrix and come back? He's the type of guy, he doesn't have to matrix because he's strong enough. When you hit them, they're like, oh, I'm not moving this guy. And that's one of the things about being a good defender nowadays. You can't be weak up top because if you're weak up top, you get pushed off. Next thing you know, the guy's separation, so you got a 5-foot jump on him. He's not the type of guy you can push off because he doesn't matrix. He holds his ground, and then he's able to recover because what did every coach tell you when someone takes a jump shot? Contest. And he's always contesting the shot, and he doesn't get those silly fouls, too. So I like the way this guy plays defense. And think about it. Like you said, he played Booker every day, and Booker's a dynamic scorer.
I already know that he would matrix. Could you?
Do you realize who I was, girl? Defensive end?
Just giving you an opportunity to remind everyone, okay?
Okay, my bad.
You're
I was
welcome.
a heck of a defender.
Sometimes I throw lobs. You're either going to dunk it or you're going to complain.
He's going to have every kid in the neighborhood now playing defense like that.
Seriously. Slow-mo. Maybe Brett should start there. That'll help his defense.